Let's watch this video why Samsung, Google, and even Apple, possibly, are investing in folding smartphones.
When Samsung released its latest folding phone, the Galaxy...
This is part of my MKBHD pivot, okay? This is before I do my Google Pixel review on Wednesday. Before he drives 90 in a school zone. I always thought MKBHD got too much shit for that because I do that every day and I don't even have a place to be. I do it just to keep it. I just zip through the school zones, dude. I rev up. It's like the one area I can actually let the engine go because LA's got so much traffic. Hand on the beer, hand on the phone.
And honestly, Z Fold 7, you are perfect.
The reason I was kind of interested in this is because...
Perfect.
We just had...
I don't see the appeal really, but Ari has this phone and she really likes it. She has this phone right here. She looks like this woman. She's holding it up and smiling. She likes it. And I kind of haven't seen these foldables, but now I feel like I'm seeing them more. And I wanted to see if there was a reason.
And I think it's really showing that consumers are gravitating towards that foldable form factor. We've built in more and more innovation to where these are now mainstream devices that consumers are opting for over traditional bar type.
What I'll say is, and this is what Zoomers won't ever understand until these foldables come back, is that back in the day, when you wanted to hang up on somebody, you could snap the phone shut and it was satisfying. It felt physical. It was a physical snap. And it was like, I'm ending this call. And it was cool. It had aura. The phone was a physical device. It felt like a DS. And I think bringing that back is a big deal. Just the mere act of having it be closed and having to open it to access it is a point of friction that's also nice. It's not always open. It's not always on. Whipping it open one-handed was sick too. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Dude, getting a call and then whipping it open one-handed and holding it to your ear, that actually was sick. Wait a minute, bring that back. You can't really do that with these though. You can't whip it open. You can slam it closed, but you can't whip it open. Yeah, I mean, someone also said this, but you could also take your phone back then when it was just like I'm thinking of like this. Possibly the peak of phone technology, by the way. You could whip it open, hold it to your ear, slam it shut. And then if you didn't like what was said on the call, as I'm sure I didn't when I was getting calls at 15 years old or whatever, or 14, you could throw it. You could throw it all across the room. You could throw it anywhere. It doesn't get hurt. It doesn't break. You can toss that shit. Oh, ringtones. Well, ringtones are actually a sign of a portal to hell opening. Zoomers have it way better. Ringtones was an insane few-year period where the music industry convinced everyone to pay 50 cents for 8 seconds of a song. Sometimes $1. And you have to buy it and you put it on your phone and it was horrendous. It was a horrendous time period. And then every popular artist started making songs for ringtones, which they do now for TikTok, so it's not much better. But we had ringtone rap for like 4 years. Akon literally pivoted his entire business model into making ringtone rap. Yo, he made more money off that ringtone than most artists made on album sales that year. I'm not kidding. You get to look at the stats. I think he made like $50 million or something off that ringtone. I don't remember the number, but it's like absurd. It's like disgusting. And then obviously Soulja Boy, yeah. Let's watch the rest of this. Wait, let's see the rest of this video.
How are we going to take this to a mobile device? Well, what we're going to do is get rid of all these buttons and just make a giant screen. A giant screen.
He should have done this presentation more like Sam Altman or Elon Musk. He should have stared at the floor, gotten T-Rex arms, sounded weird and insecure, stutter, and then have some engineers come out to talk like robots about bad graphs for 3 hours. This is a legendary keynote. Listen, Steve Jobs was not a good man to his daughter, but he could deliver a keynote. This is a legendary keynote. This is the one where he goes, we got 3 new products today. Internet communications device, a cell phone, and a brand new music player.
And it took several years for competitors to really catch up to what the iPhone was doing. Google, of course, put out Android a couple years later, but it wasn't.
Oh yeah, you guys trying to bring this one back? It's the ugliest phone I've ever seen in my life. Trying to bring this one back? This shit is, show up to the function with one of these, baby. God damn. It's a beaut. The wrist on that thing. looks like a TI-80.
Fast forward to 2019, Samsung launched the first Galaxy Fold. It was a breakthrough, but durability was a problem.
I heard the hinge broke easily or whatever. But maybe I was just thinking of the Nintendo DS. The DS hinge broke like crazy. It did, mine never did. Well, did you throw yours at the wall when you lost Pokemon online matches? Or were you normal? Because my shit broke regularly. I can still remember specifically. I remember sitting on the floor of my dad's office, home office, playing Pokemon Diamond online matches against somebody from GameFAQs message boards. And he did a stall team with Hip Out on and Skarmory and Tyranitar or something. And he just kept sweeping out, kept stalling, just trying to kill me with Sandstorm. And there was like a 140 turn match and I lost. And I took the DS and I threw it at the wall. And then the hinge broke. And then I opened it and I was so sad. And then my dad walked in to see what the ruckus was. And he saw that I broke the DS he bought for me and he yelled at me. And it was such a terrible day. Such a terrible day. It was like really burned in my brain, dude.
Price is another hurdle. Many models cost between $1,500 and $2,000.
The price is at the high end of the smartphone market and creates a niche market in terms of volume.
It is cool technology. Like, it still shocks me that you could have a foldable screen in the way that it looks like on Ari's phone. Like, it's cool. It looks seamless when it opens up. I think it's cool. I think it's like a sick, but I also don't want one at all.
Very, very thin smartphone now with today's technology. And if the foldable devices get better, they can make the screens bigger on the front. So a lot of more pieces are in place right now if Apple wanted to do it.
That's a tablet.
Bigger on the front. So a lot of more pieces are in place.
Do I really need that? I guess it's because nobody has a desktop PC. I just forget how much of the world, like it's all through the phone. This is where they do everything. Imagine TFT. Yeah, but if I wanted to play TFT, I'd put it on my screen and play it on my computer. But if you don't have a PC or it's like you have a laptop maybe, but me just unfolding my phone until it covers my face and you stop talking to me. That's good. That's good. Because I thought things were getting too social lately. People were getting too friendly, so it'll be nice to have a phone that can actually completely block your face. Just to cool it down. Everyone's been too connected. I feel like the creases would get annoying. In my experience, at least with Ari's phone, they're not. They got way better. Like, you can't really see the crease when it's fully locked unfolded. It doesn't really look noticeable here. It's easier to see the larger screen while driving. For safety reasons, we have to make phones bigger so that people can use them while driving. And it should fold out like one of those covers for your windshield. When it's hot outside, you should be able to fold it like 50 times out and then... Why did they do this? Why did they take the interview and then cut it over the top of this fake laptop? Why not just full screen the interview? Why do this?
Really focused on doing.
Is it more visually interesting to be looking at this guy on a laptop? I thought that was weird. What's next? What's after folding?
Samsung and Google pitch foldables as AI-first devices. Large screens allow for better multitasking.
I do think that AI and the foldable form factor really go well together. AI is taking away some of the friction that we feel using a phone, and so having that larger screen is going to help us bring to life more use cases that are linked to getting work done, whatever work that is. It could be productivity,
what example?
But it's also a lot of
what friction are you talking
AI
about?
Use cases are
But Samsung says prices are starting to come down with models like the Flip 7 FE launching under $1,000 and expects that trend to continue as the technology matures.
come down.
The screen on the outside's kind of cool.
What a more accessible price point for foldable looks like.
You can just have one device that does it all. It's a phone when you need it to be. Then you can unpack it to watch a movie or unfold it to do more work or things like that.
Why don't we add 50 folds and you can unfold it into a monitor and it's also a laptop? How about that? Why don't you unfold it 100 times and it's a blanket? And you can sleep under it. So it's also like a bed. And you can unfold it 1,000 times and fold it into a house. And you can live in it. So it's just all the things we need in one product.